Hey everyone, this is Irra and I'm a second year medical student at UMDC, Karachi. I welcome you all to this very first video and I'm very glad to be here. In today's video, I'll be talking about the science of motivation. So let's get into the video. Talking about motivation, what motivation really is. Motivation is basically the driving force or an electromotive force to suffice a need. Now, for example, if we feel hungry, we'll go and cook food for ourselves. But if we don't feel enough motivated, we'll settle down for one course rather than cooking whole 4-course meal. That is because we do have many needs, but we do not work hard for each and every need. Every need is prioritized, and so in order to suffice a need or in order to fulfill a goal, we need to achieve motivation. How do we achieve motivation for a particular need? We can achieve motivation for a particular need only if we associate that particular need to higher self-esteem, dignity, honor, closure, self-confidence, autonomy, influence. Talking about the type of particular need, we now will talk about types of motivation. There are basically two types of motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation is basically that motivation that develops from inside you in order to push yourself to do something. There's this famous quote saying, whenever you feel like giving up, remember why you started at the first place. Intrinsic motivation can be developed due to goals, habits, morals, and values. Now, what does this mean? For example, if it is your goal to get admitted into your dream college, you will work day and night to achieve that. And the motivation you have to achieve it is intrinsic. Similarly, when you talk about habits, for example, if it is your habit to wake up at 6 in the morning and go out for a jog, you don't need anyone to push you. Similarly, when it comes about morals, ethics, and principles, for example, I know it's my moral to not drink or smoke. I won't do it even if I am under peer pressure. I'm motivated to stay away from it. Then you have extrinsic motivations. Now, what are extrinsic motivations? Extrinsic motivations are those which are created as a result of your environment. Now, the causes of the development of extrinsic motivation can be expectations of you, can be a force or a pressure from your friends or your mentor. It can have a negative and a positive connotation, but we'll not be talking about that right now. And of course, competition. If you're in a very competitive environment, if you're in a school where everybody are getting good grades, or everybody around you are trying to get into the best college with the best grades, so of course you will be automatically motivated because you have that particular environment. Now, there are two steps to achieve motivation. First is the development of motivation itself, and the second one is rejuvenation. I remember a very nice quote when I talk about this. People often say that motivation doesn't last, and so does bathing. It doesn't last. So that is why we recommend it daily. Same is with motivation, that once you have developed it, you cannot keep that motivation forever unless and until you rejuvenate it, you nourish it, and you redevelop it or renew it. So how can you develop motivation? Here are certain points that I have decided to share with you. Number 1, divide time. Number 2, schedule time. Number 3, be consistent with whatever routine or schedule you have created. Number 4, have a time limit approach. That is, divide whatever you need to do in a day according to time. Similar points that I'd like to tell you about rejuvenating this motivation that you have developed. Do not put to tomorrow. Do not. Number 2, do not overburden yourself. Schedule breaks, parties, hangouts with your friends, because giving yourself breaks are the only way of keeping yourself motivated. Because if you overburden yourself, your energy won't last and you'll get bored doing the same thing over and over again. Create a priority list. Now, this is very important. Whenever you wake up every day, list out what you need to do and then pick out the things that you think are more important than the others and try to complete those more important things in time, and give less or little time to those which are not very important, but try to complete them too. Last but not the least, find hobbies. Very important, especially if you're a medical student, and I think really anything you're doing, if you're not even a student, if you're a housewife, or if you're a businessman, or if you're anything, legit anything, you need to have hobbies. This creates a time for mental peace. This brings you out from your normal routine and normal life to do something that you really enjoy. So it's very important to have hobbies to keep you going. Now, after discussing all this, what is motivation, how to develop it, how to maintain it, it is very important to know and notice yourself that whether you are motivated or not. In order to determine if one is motivated or not, here are several points. Number one, any motivated person will be decisive between two things. A motivated person must be knowing what to do, when to do, and how to divide each and everything that he needs to do, so that he can give time to that something that is more important, something that is their goal. Also, this person will be showing great engagement and interest in that particular thing that he or she is motivated towards. You'll also find this person very excited. For example, if you if we are sitting in a place and someone talks about Jane Austen, I get excited. Next, you'll also see this person putting all efforts to achieve that goal. That is the reason why he's called motivated and will work with full effort to conquer whatever he needs. So this brings us to the end of the video, and I really hope you liked it. If you guys made it till the end, I'm really grateful for that, and I'd really appreciate if you guys like and subscribe. This will be a source of great motivation for me to make future videos, and I really want to do that. So yeah, take care, stay safe, and I wish you all the best.